So, after you completed the A New Dawn quests, you now have the basic tutorials to do. First, it says to build a temporary campfire. Gather 10 trunks and 5 foliage. Oh, that is an enemy that is aggressive and will attack you if it sees you. So avoid spitters just while you're doing this stuff. Wild stock, they're okay, just don't attack them. So wood are it's the tree trunks. There are 3 different types of wood so far: ancient, lustrous, and twisted. Just want to go up and use your totem on it until it breaks. If you're close enough, you should automatically pick up the block when it falls. But if you're hitting from far away, it's likely that a miniature version of the block will just appear on the ground. Just run over that to pick it up, like that. So just collect this until you have 10 out of 10. So you can see that the gathered trunks 10 out of 10 has turned green when I completed it. You can also collect just a little more because you will need more wood later. Alright, so foliage can either be leaves of trees or just simple bushes on the ground, sort of like this. There are also different types, but it does not matter what type you have. Alright, so now I have 5 out of 5. Now I want to handcraft a campfire. Open your inventory with E or I and go to handcraft. If you have all the ingredients, it should be craftable items. If you don't have the ingredients, it will be under uncraftable. So click on the campfire, then handcraft. Now we have it in your inventory. Place it somewhere. And then you can either, if you want to just get through the tutorial, you can place it right where you're standing, or you can find a, or like you can search out like where you actually want one and where you think would be best and place it there. I'm just going to place it here, however. You can see that when I'm going to place it, a green box shows. This means that everything in this green box will be claimed by you for as long as the campfire exists, because campfires do expire. So we place it. And if you've done all of these, you should have leveled up. So you got 5 skill points. And your next quest is to spend a skill point. To this, press escape and go to character. You go over to skills, and so far you can only do core. To get the next ones, like this, you have to get 4 other skills, 6 skills, etc. Basic crafting recipes is the first one you can get. Alright, then press escape again, twice to exit. Now I want to build a crafting table. It says to handcraft timber from trunks. I need 10. So you can either press E, go down, look at timber. So timber you make one with one. So that basically means you need 10 blocks to craft enough timber. I would also recommend that when you enter, just get a lot of foliage and wood. And these totems, they do not have durability, so you can go on collecting stuff as long as you want, unlike other tools that have a durability and will break if you use it for too long. So, got 17 trunk. Should be enough to make it. You can handcraft 2. Actually, no, maybe it's you get 2 trunks. Let's see, 2 trunks. Okay, so it is 2 trunks for 2 timber for 1 trunk. So which means you only need 5 timber to create all of these. And just press handcraft until that turns green. Next is to handcraft a crafting table. Alright. So now, crafting table is up here. Craft that. Now you want to equip and place it near a campfire. Okay, so you can see, if I'm going to place something, there's a red outline. This means you do not own this property, and this has a high chance of being destroyed. We can also, green means you can place it and it will stay there as long as your campfire or beacon exists. So just place it somewhere. Right. Now it says to craft tools with the crafting table. I need 12 sticks and 12 timber. Go to handcrafting. Sticks and timber are made in handcrafting. Sticks is the easiest to get. You get 4 for each. Hey. Hello. Anyways, you get 4 for each block of trunk you use. So I'd say just do sticks first. You only need to do this 3 times. Next, if you have any wood left over, craft as much timber as you can. See, I had enough. If you don't have enough, you will just have to get more wood. Right, now it says to craft wooden axe, wood hammer, and wood shovel with the crafting table. Press E to interact. So how to use the crafting table. You have to put the ingredients here to craft. You see, even if I have the items in my inventory, but I cannot craft anything. So you have to put them in the machine. You can also just simply use this as storage, I guess, if you want. I need timber and wood. Now I can create those 3 recipes. Click 1, craft 1, craft 1, craft 1. Alright. Now you have to collect them. So you go back to contents and just drag them into your inventory. Right. Now your next quest is to build a permanent base, and you want to collect rocks. So you have leveled up if you've done all of these. And, well, you should be around leveling up. Once you get your next level up, the next skill you can get is Compass. This shows beacons, your friends, settlements, and other players. Alright, so to find rocks, they are normally under the ground or on mountains. As you can see over here, you can see gray blocks and some purple blocks and some tan ones. Those are all rocks. Alright, here's someone's beacon, for example. They own around this area, which means even if I hit this, it won't break, no matter what I do. However, the beacon is an 8 by 8 by 8 square, which means it's also 8 up or down. So maybe, yeah, that's still owned. However, if I went more than 8 blocks up, it will say it's reserved by them and have a yellow. And it will be, well, yeah, I'll just say reserved by them. I can still gather items from there, but I cannot place anything. Well, maybe you can place stuff, but it will be destroyed because you can't place a beacon there. So, got rocks. You can either use your totem to collect rocks. It may take a while. Or you can use your hammer to go faster. And to switch between stuff, you can use your mouse wheel. So you either just want to gather some of these gray ones, which are metamorphic rocks. There's also tanner ones, which are sedimentary. And there's also purple ones, like, I don't see any purple in range, but like up here. This is a rock also. That's igneous. So if you look at your inventory, you'll see you have a rock stack. Anything that is a rock will go into here, so it doesn't fill up your inventory as much. If you right-click this, it will show what you have of each one. And you can then drag it out and separate it. Or you can drag it back in and add it to the smart stack. So to go back to your beacon area, just look at the orange icon on your map. Right. Now I want to put the rocks in here. Let's see what I need for a beacon. They want beacon control. I need rock, timber, and foliage. I have trunk, so I need to make timber. Let's see if that's enough. Yes, that is enough. Craft one of those. That will take 20 seconds to complete, which will show in your queue. You can have up to 20 in your queue. Sap. This may not seem that important so far if you're filling up your inventory with a lot of stuff, but it's best to keep this because you can make glue out of it. Sap and bone are the only things to make glue. Alright, now that I've got my beacon, I need to place it. This shows the area I already have, this white outline. However, this campfire will disappear, so I would say just place it inside this area just in case, because you don't want it to disappear. Now, you need to add fuel to your beacon to power it. Fuel is either coal, timber, or foliage. So you're going to need to just collect a lot of this. I would say just collect as much as you can. It doesn't take that much fuel to get a lot of time for your beacon, but best to be safer than sorry, right? So, okay, now that I've got some fuel, interact with the beacon, go to fuel, drag it in there, then add fuel. So far, with 16 of that, my beacon will last for 1 week. 1 week, 1 day-ish. I find it best to collect enough fuel to have it at 5 or 6 weeks. So I only have 5 trunks. Okay, so that added just a few more days. But basically, add enough fuel until you get maybe like 5 or 6 weeks. Or more if you want. Now I want to craft a beacon plotter. I need stone and timber. So I have rock right now, which means I need to create stone. The stone can be of any kind. How many did I need again? I need 1 stone, okay. And at least 1 timber. Anyways, now that I have stone, move it into your ingredients. Go to recipes. Beacon plotter. I tend to like crafting just a few of those. And now they're in your queue. So you just wait. Alright, equip and use it to extend your beacon. Alright, so now you can see the white spots with green outlines are where you can extend your beacon. It has to be connected to either another plot or the plot where your actual beacon is. So, just add the plot. Now I can place anything here. You can use, at my level, I can have 4 plots. So, I could just add another plot. Let's put it here. Alright. Next, you want to activate and complete an objective. This is more or less the last tutorial quest. Go to escape, and then journal, or press J. Go over to objectives, and you should have 3. You either want to acquire stone axe, stone hammer, and stone shovel, gather 25 rocks, 20 tree trunks, or 10 starberries, or improve your beacon base, which is by placing rocks inside your beacon, or adding just items to increase the prestige. This really is like the start to which path you want to go, but this is not too serious because you're likely to get these 3 anyway. You're likely to collect that many resources just by playing the game. And unless you want just a 8x8 house, you're likely to also do this. I find this one to just be the easiest. So, just starberries are gathered from inside foliage. They will randomly drop. One second. You may have to destroy a lot of foliage to get it to drop. But you know, you can always use this foliage for fuel. Right, there. 1 dropped. Now it's 7 out of 10. I could also use an axe for this, but I kind of just don't feel like it. Well, technically, I'd say maybe using the wood stuff is okay, because you're going to be able to make stone tools very quickly. Alright, now I've got enough starberries. Okay. Next I need trunks. 20 trunks. Maybe I will use the axe just to make this a little quicker. And you can see on this side I have a bar there. That shows how much durability you have. Green is like full durability. Axe is not that good on soil. If it gets stuck up there, simply knock down the block below it. Alright, now rocks. If you have any left in your crafting table, you can drag them over just to, because it will count for the collecting resources. I need my hammer for rocks. That is soft coal. You cannot break that unless you have a stone hammer. That is complete. However, it's just showing on my screen. It didn't auto-complete it. So you have to go back to your journal, click on that, then collect reward to complete it. Alright. And now your first steps have been completed. So now you do not, 1 second. So now you can see a new quest did not automatically pop up. So I'm going to want to just go here and just do whatever objectives available. Completing objectives will allow you to take more objectives. You can take up to 3 at once, I believe. Alright, so one of the other objectives you could have chosen from to complete that last quest is to improve your beacon base. So you want to place blocks inside your beacon. The way I do this is just by simply start building the house. Move any possible blocks you have, except soil, because you can't really do much with that now. And create stone, or whatever you really want to use to build your house. Alright. I can also level up, and I have 10 skill points. Sprint, scanner. So you basically have to get all 5 core skills before you can get other skills. So you can place these stones, and then when you're going to place something, if it's yellow, that means it is, well, that means you do not currently own that plot. If it's green, you can place it there. So, now you can see placing one of those made it to 1 out of 50 and added 4 prestige. It's really up to you what you want to do with your house. So, what you more or less want to do is just keep making stuff that you want to build your house out of. Or maybe if you want more crafting tables or beacons to place. But you'd have to place the beacon inside a beacon anyways. So, actually, yeah, because it wants to be added to a single beacon. So, just keep doing that until you get prestige and you place 50 blocks. It also counts when you place blocks up or down, as long as they're inside your 8x8x8 zone, or more, if you've extended. Alright, so the last objective is the improved tool set. You want a stone axe, stone hammer, and stone shovel. So, you want to look what's required for those. You want sticks and stones, 4 each. And that's for all of them. So you basically need 12 stones and 12 sticks. So just gather the items for that. place them in here, and then craft them, just like you did with the wood tools. The stone will need to be crafted stuff. So I need 12 of these. That should be enough. Need to put the sticks in here. And I just crafted the stone, so I should have enough. Shovel. Hammer. And an axe. Scrolling is a little bit weird. Alright. Another important thing you might want to get if you want to start hunting animals is this stone sling bow and stone spanner. Well, the spanner is more of a tool that's later with machines that lose durability. I have so far not seen machines lose durability that quickly. So I'd say maybe leave the spanner or craft it and put it somewhere for storage. Alright, got my stone heavy axe. I have walls. I'll move those there because I don't really need them right now. So one thing that you will see is here's a shovel and here's a shovel. I could drag that on top of that to create a smart stack. Same with the hammer and the axe. The stone crucible and stone fire pit you will need later, but there is an objective for that, so I would wait until you have the objective, or else you might have to do it again. I'll stack those. Got a lot of foliage, so let's go over and add that to my beacon. I'm now at 4 weeks. And we got an axe. Alright, now that is complete. You want to open your objectives, collect reward. You can now see you have even more objectives. Hunting creatures, crafter, and more. So these are the objectives, or what I like to call quests, to help you learn the game. And next, I will be going over quests by the way they're separated, either by crafting, warping, building, whatever.